Hi and welcome to this video, which is coming to you from the Inventors Room at the Sabre Training and Conference Center. This happens to be my favorite room because there's a whiteboard table. I don't know if you can see the writing. I want to talk to you today about the Sabre Achieve Diary. We're getting towards the end of the year. I always find that the end of the year is a very good time to reflect and look back at what we achieved this year, what we didn't achieve this year, and to start seriously thinking about what it is that we're trying to go for or wanting to go for next year. One of the greatest tools I've ever come across is the Sabre Achieve Diary in order to achieve that. So what the Sabre Achieve Diary contains, just to give you an idea so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. First of all, it's a good book. Some people complain that it's a little bit heavy, but my response to that is it also helps to keep you fit, because it is quite heavy and you should carry it around with you all the time, as I do. The diary contains at the front section, or section A, a 10-step personal success plan, which systematically guides you through how to tap into and find your own true ambition. Now, all of us have ambition, all at varying levels, but 95% of the world never define what their ambition is because it's a difficult process. There's a whole lot of introspection required to find the truth of what you want out of life and the story that you want your life to be at the end. The diary takes you through those steps. Everything is explained within it, and it gets you to that level of clarity where you can start to live your life based on your own terms. You can start to live your life doing more and more of the things that you've always wanted to do by sacrificing doing the things that you've never wanted to do. So to me, that sounds pretty cool. And that is what the book does. I've been doing it for 9 years. I cannot begin a day, a week, a month, or a year without having a plan as to what I'm going to do. By having that plan, I've managed to remove anxiety and a lot of stress from my life, because I have a very good idea of what's coming up, and I'm therefore able to both subconsciously and consciously prepare myself for those things. The diary also helps a lot with high performance. So we all know that we could do a lot more. We all know that, or we all wish that we were slightly more efficient and slightly more productive during our working hours. And the diary definitely plays a huge part in making you more of a high performance individual. And there's 5 keys, or 5 key drivers to focus on when it comes to high performance. The first thing is focus. If you imagine every day when you wake up, if you don't refocus your mind is out of focus. It is blurry. It does not know what it is that you're expecting to do today. When we don't know what we expect to do, we are the man without a plan. And the man without a plan is always at the mercy of the man with the plan. So what happens in those situations is we find ourselves getting to work, and the first thing we do is open up our laptop or our computer, switch it on, and check our emails. And you are guaranteed that there will be a plan waiting for you in your inbox. The question you need to ask yourself is, whose plan is it? Another good thing to ask yourself is, you are currently bought into somebody's plan. The question is, whose plan are you currently bought into? If the answer is not your own, it's because you have no plan. And that may be a harsh thing to say, but it's the truth. So be the person with the plan. Get into that high performance area of your life and choose what it is that you're going to focus on. And what you should be focusing on is creating the life that you want and achieving the things that you want. Writing down the goals and achieving those goals. And that should be your primary focus every single day. You should begin your day by refocusing your mind. The Sabre Achieve Diary prompts you to do so. The next thing we need is motivation, because let's face it, it is very difficult in this day and age to be motivated every single day, to really look forward to the things that we have to go and do today. So we need some motivation, and the best form of motivation is self-motivation. And by knowing why you're doing what you're going to do today, and knowing that it's leading towards and contributing towards the realization of your vision, is a hugely motivating thing. So if you go every single day and you remind yourself where it is that you're going, your focus. Number 2, you re-motivate yourself. You're going to arrive into that day, into our third point here, our third driver, with energy. And that energy will be of the positive nature. If we don't go through that process, we risk falling into the mediocrity category of the world, where we just do the same thing day after day. And if we don't recalibrate our thinking on a daily basis, 70% of yesterday's thoughts repeat today. And therefore, how can we make progress? And my philosophy is that if you're not growing, you're dying. So there's no such thing as survival. It's either you're growing or you're dying. And by refocusing ourselves and pushing ourselves slightly outside of our comfort zone every day for things that mean something to us, it just energizes you. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of more ways of getting energy, like exercising, eating the right kind of food, drinking 2 liters of water every day. These are all good, simple, easy to do things, but most people don't do them. The diary prompts us. We have to tick whether or not we've done many of those things or not. And by ticking or not ticking, that becomes a self-motivating exercise. So let's say, for example, today you do not drink water, you just drink coffee. Tomorrow you're going to try and drink the water because you weren't able to tick the box. That's the self-motivating, self-correcting exercise. The next thing we need, the next driver of high performance, is faith. If you have faith in your ability to achieve the things that you want to achieve in life, you are likely to get there. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are correct. So we like the idea of focusing on I can and I will. Even better is I have already done. And that's what we should be aiming for. To get there requires a level of faith that it needs to be worked on. It doesn't come naturally to anybody. So the faith we're talking about is, yes, we must have faith in a greater power, faith in God. We must have faith in our own plan. We must have faith in our own ability to always be able to find a way to overcome whatever challenges life is going to throw at us. And once we get to that sort of level, there's very few things in life. Life will always throw you curveballs, but there's very few of those curveballs that you will not be able to sustain and therefore overcome the challenge. You will continue on your journey. And the final thing is action. If you're going to achieve anything worthwhile in your life, it requires that you do things, you get stuff done. And the stuff that you need to get done is achieving your goals, is sticking to your own plan. It's having the discipline to plan every single day and remind yourself, and don't for one moment think that you are special and different to the rest of the world and you don't have to write it down every day, because you do. And by writing it down every day, we bring the 5 drivers of high performance into our life. And that is the focus, the motivation, the energy, the faith, and the action. If you would like to use a tool that helps you to achieve all of those things on a consistent basis, helps you to measure your own progress to where it is that you're trying to get to in life, if you would like a tool that effectively becomes a success companion to you, like every time you get confused and you derailed and something happens in your life that drains all your energy, you've got your own personal success plan, which is documented, it's written down with your own hand, with a pen or a pencil. You can come back and read your own writing and re-inspire yourself and get back into those living with those drivers of high performance. The Sabre Achieve Diary supplies you with all of those things. It supplies you with the structure and everything you need in order to get to that way of living life, which is where you're living life on your own terms, doing the things that you want to do. So if you're interested in this tool, just get in touch with Sabre and we will gladly supply you with your own Sabre Achieve Diary. Thanks for watching the video, and I look forward to seeing you in a future video.